Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 14th, 2022. And this may be the biggest bull run in crypto history. All right? This may be the biggest bull run we've ever had in cryptocurrency. And we're going to look at why this is, this upcoming bull run, okay? We're going to look at the DXY very closely. We're also going to look at a chart, a very detailed chart of Bitcoin over its entire history, all right? And we're going to make a case why this may very well be the best and biggest and most intense bull run ever. If that interests you, then stay tuned. Hope you're having a great day today. It is a nice and sunny Wednesday morning here in the DC metro area. All right, let's get started. First, actually, let's look at Bitcoin on the small time frame, right? That's what we're always interested in. A lot of us get up first thing, excuse me, and we look at the Bitcoin price. So here I am on the small time frames, just having a quick peek at Bitcoin. We are at 18,000, right? Basically about $18,000, okay? Not that much different than yesterday, okay? On the small time frame, we may either break out from here, like so, or we may do something like this before breaking out. Excuse me. But I do see an imminent move, imminent continuation, rather, up, right? Continuation of this trend right here. This being an intra-wave correction, okay? Just, I'm not exactly sure what form this intra-wave correction is taking. It looks to me like it wants to do this, wants to put in a flat correction, but again, you never want to underestimate a bullish impulse or a bearish impulse. An impulse, you never want to underestimate the trend, right? The trend is your friend. This is what they mean by that. The trend's been established. All these intra-wave corrections, let them do what they do, but don't fade the trend. Not financial advice, but I wouldn't if I were you, because at any point, this can go. And when it goes, it's going to go, okay? And just really quickly, since we're on the topic, let's just have a look at all the people who are not taking that advice, right? Who are fading the trend, who are trying to be cute and short the market and say, well, no, this isn't really anything. Like, we're in December, we've been down for 600 days, been sideways for about 200 days, and people are still shorting, believe it or not. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It's like, amateur night at the Apollo. And even with big accounts, okay? Even with some big accounts. Now, you can see it here. Let's go on like the 4-hourly time frame. And you can see a massive amount of people yesterday were squeezed in that move, okay? Now, people here, nothing really happened because we didn't really move. We went kind of sideways in that little interwave correction. But when we get another move here, you're going to see an even bigger candle down because people are still in those shorts. Those people that were squeezed short, or people who haven't been squeezed short, they're still in their positions. You can't just get out of a position. If you do, you liquidate your position, right? That's the whole name of the game. You can't stop playing when you put a leverage long or a leverage short in. And as you can see, and I made this point yesterday, most people, sorry, 1 second, let me just double check that okay, cool. As you can see, most people that are embroiled in this short squeeze are, on the retail accounts. Very few people, if any, are being squeezed from the big Bitfinex, right? The big player account, right? Where institutions and high net worth individuals trade. They're usually trading a little more carefully and with a little more information. And this person actually got stopped that on a long because out of greed. That's greed. All right. So anyway, this is not what we want to talk about today. Oh wait, look at that. No, it's not much of a big move. Anyway, the topic of today's live stream is why this could be the biggest bull run in crypto history. Now, I do not have a Bitcoin chart here. In front of you, you'll see a US dollar currency index chart, okay? Why do we look at the US dollar currency index? For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know exactly why. Okay, the DXY, or the US dollar currency index, is inversely proportional to Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. Okay, so if you look at Bitcoin from 2014 to present day, and the DXY from 2014 to present day, they're mirror images of one another, basically saying that when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. When the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up, okay? So there is a correlation. It's an inverse correlation, and it's been established. Okay, now back to the DXY. If this is true, we should be able to see a bull run every single time the DXY falls, okay? So here in 2016, December 2016, it fell. That should be a Bitcoin bull run, right? Again, in March of 2020, it fell. That should be a Bitcoin bull run, okay? And right here in August of 2022, right, or September of 2022, this should be the beginning, the start of a Bitcoin bull run. Do you see, right? So again, this is all just analysis. It's logic, right? I'm syllogistically going from the relationship, the inverse relationship that the DXY and Bitcoin have, then going into the DXY chart, and now we're going to look at Bitcoin's chart, right? Just keep these dates in mind because I'm not going to overlay them because I need to see, charts with a little bit more detail. So just keep these three dates in mind. December of 2016, March of 2020, right? March of 2020, and September of 2022. December, again, repeat it with me if you're watching. December of 2016, March of 2020, September of 2022. Okay? And actually, you know what? I'm led to do this really quickly. Is there a fixed amount of time between each and every one of these? Okay? Between December of 2016 and March of 2020 is about 1,160 days. Between March of 2020 and September of 2022, we got about 907. So look, guys, there is some consistency here. You're getting about 1,000 days, give or take, each and every time, the DXY goes down. Okay, just keep that in mind as well. Okay, now let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart. No, let's go to the other Bitcoin chart. This one, yeah. Okay, so again, we're on the weekly time frame, just like for the DXY. So remember those three dates. The first one was December of 2016, okay? And December of 2016 is here, right there, okay? So December of 2016 corresponds to this move right there. So that does correspond with a move up in Bitcoin. Interestingly enough, before the DXY actually went down, we actually started going up, okay? We just didn't hit the meat of the move until December of 2016. That was really when things started flying, okay? So that does correspond with the bull run in Bitcoin, okay? So that correlation is proven with that example. Now let's look at March of 2020. March of 2020 is right here, okay? So that's March of 2020. That totally corresponds with a bull run in the Bitcoin price. Okay, March of 2020, DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Guys, are you seeing this? So this, and now remember the last date was September of 2022. Right here. So basically, if everything if like history repeats, if the patterns, if the relationship between DXY and Bitcoin is consistent, then we do get a move up here. Okay? Now, my claim is what? That this may be the largest bull run in Bitcoin's history. Why is that? Okay, two main reasons. The first of which is just doing the analysis, okay? Doing the analysis. Those of you who are subscribed, you will know this is my master chart of Bitcoin, taking Bitcoin from its beginnings, right? In 2010, 2011, until present day, and I've mapped out an Elliott wave count of various degrees, okay? A cycle wave, a primary wave, an intermediate wave, a minor wave. And I believe that we are in minor wave 3. We're just getting started minor wave 3, okay? So for this reason, this should be a big deal, okay? Because wave 3 in Elliott wave theory is typically the largest, the most impulsive Elliott wave, okay? That's one reason, okay? And in these previous examples, okay, in December of 2016, which was here, that was a part of an intermediate wave 1. Although it's a larger degree, so maybe this one is quite big. It's a large bull run, right? Because this degree is larger than this minor degree, okay? And then the other thing is, this March 2020 was definitely a smaller one than this would be theoretically, because this is of the same degree and this is a wave 1 and it looks like a regular wave 1. So wave 3 is more likely than not to be larger than this minor wave 1, okay? So I guess it's between this intermediate wave 1 and this minor wave 3, which one is going to be larger. And my my hunch is that this one is going to be larger, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay? So again, there's two reasons. And one reason is because of the Bitcoin chart that I'm showing you right here and my analysis of this chart. Do you see this dotted parabola right here? This is a resistance that Bitcoin has been under ever since its inception. It's never broken this resistance. Ever. Okay? Every single time we hit it, we get rejected. Every single time. The next time we hit it, if everything stands, should be, right, if, like, you know, we matriculate up to this parabola, it should be around 150,000, okay? Around there, 150,000 Bitcoin price. Now, if we do break it, we go into a new territory. We break a pretty much what is a 10-year resistance of Bitcoin, which should yield prices the likes of which we've never seen, not just in Bitcoin, but in cryptocurrency, right? So this is one of the reasons why I think that this bull run is likely to be the largest bull run ever, okay? And why would, I'm sure some people are asking, well, why would we break it this time, Dean? Like, why, we didn't break it any other time, why would we break it this time? My Elliott wave count has us breaking it. Why? Simply because this was wave 1. Wave 1 was, we came up, test. So basically, you do, every single time you want to break support or break resistance, you come up, you test it, reject, or consolidate, right? And you hit it one more time. But this happened multiple times, actually. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be the fifth time. It would be the fifth attempt. Okay, we've 4 times prior tried breaking this. Okay, and it's interesting that this time is more likely than not to break because you would have to put in a wave 3 that is on average 1618 to 2 Fibonacci extensions of wave 1 and the retracement of wave 2. This is why I have wave 3 all the way up here, much way above that parabola. And interestingly enough, as you all know, when you break staunch resistance or staunch support, what do? You have to retest it. Okay? And this retest of this parabola, this 10-year parabola, happens again when? In April, May, or June of 2024, which is slated to be the date of the next halving for Bitcoin. That is not an accident. Also, what's really interesting about this is that the retest of that parabola would be the move back down in this channel. Okay, we have this channel, this blue channel that we've been in. Okay, we go up for wave 3, we come down for wave 4. That wave 4 not only retests that parabola as support, okay, but it also retests the bottom of this trend, of this channel right here, okay, and it is the date of the next halving. So that is a lot of confluence for that to be true. This is why I believe, right, just looking at the Bitcoin chart, nothing else, that this next move is likely to be the biggest bull run in crypto history. Okay? Now, the next aspect of the analysis goes into what the DXY is doing and is likely to do. Okay? I want you to notice something. So in December of 2016, we went down, right? The DXY went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 waves. And you have here is it 5 waves? It's let's see. Sorry. It went down impulsively. Let's just say that, okay? Because I have my count here and I hit it just for the purposes of this analysis. But in any case, it went down impulsively, okay? And it went down about 14.7%, okay? 14.7%. In March of 2020, the DXY went down about 13.3%, okay? This 14.7%, Bitcoin went up a lot more than the DXY going down 13.3%. You would think, well, what's the big difference? 14.7 and 13.3 are pretty much similar, right? There's a huge difference between what we did in December of 2016 and what we did in March of 2020. All right, prove it to yourselves. If you take your measuring tool, so December of 2016, this move resulted in a 10,500% increase, okay? The March of 2020 move resulted in about a 1,300% increase, okay? Big difference, okay? And the interesting thing is, what separates this December of 2016 declension of the DXY, the fall of the DXY, between the March 2020 fall of the DXY, is just a percentage point, which is not much, okay? That tells you two things. That tells you, one, that I don't think that we can say very strongly that, okay, if the DXY goes down this percentage, then, whatever percentage the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up correspondingly the same percentage. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's just too much discrepancy, or it just doesn't make sense that 1 percentage point down in difference from the DXY in December of 2016 and March 2020 would yield, 9,000% increase in Bitcoin. This doesn't make sense. Okay, but that being said, this right here, this drop that we're in right now, we're currently in, is potentially going to be the biggest drop that we've had in the DXY in Bitcoin's history. That's the second reason I believe that we are likely to have the biggest bull run in cryptocurrency history. Again, the drop that we have experienced and are experiencing in the DXY is likely to be the largest drop, the largest single move down in Bitcoin's history for the DXY, right? So from September of 2022, right, we've gone down already already 9.7%. Okay? 9.7%. And think about the Bitcoin price from September to now. We've done almost nothing to the upside. This is also one reason why if you like analyze the charts and you're really, if you're paying attention, that Bitcoin is immensely oversold and immensely undervalued. So it just really makes zero sense why we would need another move down. In any case, again, we've already put in 9.77%. We're likely to put in an additional 8-9%, right? Why? Because the target of this move down is, now let's turn on our let's turn back on all of our counts, because I hit everything. Okay, so the target of this move right here that we've already experienced 9.7% drop on is down here around 96. Okay, why is it around 96? I've explained this before, but in an extended wave, okay, in an extended wave, the target of the initial break of structure, which this would be, is wave 2 of the smaller degree wave extension. So that basically means that if this wave right here is an extension, which we counted it as, it's very likely that our initial break of structure, A wave, target wave 2 right here, which is around 94 to 96. Okay, so that means if everything stands with this analysis, and thus far this analysis has been quite accurate, we're likely to experience about a 16 to 17% drop, which you'll see is bigger. It's a larger drop than both the December 2016 drop, which was about 14.5, 14.7, and the March 20 drop, which was about 13%. Okay, so those are the two reasons. I'm very excited for what's to come. I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised. Lots of people are going to be very surprised. Very few people may expect some upside in Bitcoin, but I don't think there are many people that really understand the kind of move we're in for. A lot of people are talking, oh, it's gonna go to 20K or 30K, or maybe it's gonna make all-time highs. Barely, people have no clue. People have no clue, and I don't know. I'm just reading the charts. The charts are saying that the target is in the millions. Yes, the target is in the millions. Right here, the the technical target for the top of this blue channel for Bitcoin is at 2.12 million. Okay, if you get an overthrow and you go to the 2 Fibonacci extension, right? Because actually that 2.12 million represents the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, the phi ratio. Excuse me, of waves 1 through 1 of wave 1, retracement of wave 2. The 2 Fibonacci extension is close to 4 million. So an overthrow, or what we call in Elliott wave, when the price kind of goes through and wicks above the resistance of the channel, that's an overthrow, is around 4 million. So from 2 to 4 million per Bitcoin in a few months, right? Because this is slated to happen within a few months, right? According to this analysis, this is, end of Q1, beginning of Q2. So around March, April, May at the latest. So this is really, really exciting. And like I said, I know this sounds crazy and it sounds pretty radical and extreme, but this is just what the charts have said, and thus far the charts have been quite accurate, both with how the DXY has behaved and its breakdown, right? We've charted this breakdown. If you follow my work, we've been charting this and saying, okay, that's the throw over of this channel, and expect a retracement from that point, and that's exactly what we've gotten. What we didn't expect, what I didn't expect was, despite this rejection in the DXY, Bitcoin would be so slow to react, right? As you can see, this rejection happened in September of 2022, months ago. Okay, we're in December. That was 4 months ago, 3 months ago. Okay, almost 4 months ago, but 3 months ago. Okay, and Bitcoin 3 months ago was just flat, almost as if nothing had happened with the DXY, right? So this is what I'm saying. It's really undervalued. It's really oversold, and this move is going to shock. Whoops. This move right here is going to shock so many, because it's going to happen with such violence. It's not just out of nowhere. It's going to happen violently because there's so much potential energy. There's so much pent up energy from the DXY going down and Bitcoin going flat. It's bullishly divergent. The DXY has been going down since September, and we showed it, right? Bitcoin has been flat essentially since September. What do you think all of that value is going to do when the price finally does start going to the upside? It's just going to flood in. It's going to flood in. And I think, the first major resistance, of note is going to be, the top of this parabolic resistance. And perhaps, and then the midline of this of this channel, and then so on and so forth. In any case, that's the analysis. That's the analysis. It's not that much to say with Bitcoin on the smaller time frames. We can go back. Looks like it's making a little bit of a move, but again, this can still be a B wave up until $18,400. Okay, if we break $18,400, then we will continue to go up. But if this is a B wave, we know that B waves can matriculate to up until the 1618 of that A wave. So if this isn't a B wave, it can go all the way up here and then come back down, right, before going back up. But in any case, like, you have to be really careful, or you should be really careful. No one should be shorting here. Everybody should be looking long, if you're prudent. You don't want to get caught on the wrong side of this trade, because if you do, there's no way out. you're going to get squeezed. All right. So we have Polkadot kind of doing something similar here. You can see this is a potential A wave, potential B wave. Might get a small move down, or it could be a larger move down, right? Because this could be, right? This could be a larger A wave. This could be a larger B wave, right? Before a massive move, right? That's very possible. Cardano looks like this is kind of a zigzag and leading diagonal. That's what it looks like to me on the small time frame. Reserve rights did something really interesting yesterday. Put in this as an A wave, this as a B wave. This does not break the baseness, the AB baseness of this, because if you measure this B wave retracement, it's within 1618 deviations of this A wave. Okay, so this is very interesting, but yeah, do expect explosive, violent moves. Dodo, not exactly sure what's going on here. ETH, it just looks very much like a B wave to me. I mean, this looks like a B wave. It's slow. It kind of like it's chopping up, right? Looks like market wants to do that and then rally. Okay. But again, remember this B wave. Well, in this case, this may be an intra-wave correction. This may be an intra-wave correction here. Yeah. Something like this. And then going up. Okay, so just watch out for that. I would not, don't be that guy or that gal who is over eager in their longs and, you know, doesn't practice good risk management, is is not prudent. You know, you want to leave a safe margin for those longs to make sure that you can survive a wick down before a move up. Remember, usually if you get a volatile move up, right before that you get a volatile move down. That would be the volatile move down. Same with Silica. Dogecoin, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you got something like this and then that. So yeah, a good trader. See Litecoin, it's doing that. A good trader always protects against downside risk. Always want to protect against downside risk. Don't always think that, you know, always know about the volatility, and, you know, studying your Wyckoff, your Gann, your Elliott wave will give you some good understanding as to what kind of volatility you can experience. So for instance, here, just as an example, Litecoin, if I were trading this, I am, but I'm well in the green here. So my stops are in profit and they're way lower. But if I were just getting into this trade, right, I would be cautious to the point of planning for the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is that this is an A wave, and that this is a B wave, and that this B wave could come all the way down to the phi ratio of that A wave. So around 69.97 before turning around and going up. Okay, that's, I think, the best traders protect against downside risk, worst case scenario, and that's, you know, they understand the invalidation of the move. Synthetics, I feel like we're going to hold this, and that it's already gone through its little AB base, right? I think it's gonna just continue up here like that. Algorand, again, I wouldn't be surprised if you got this move right here. Okay, and it happens quickly. Okay, I don't think this is gonna take long. Kind of like what you saw in reserve rights. Just boom, boom, right? Super volatile. Same thing with Binance Coin. This looks very corrective to me. Very corrective. Very corrective. I'd be surprised if that didn't happen. XRP. Excuse me. Looks a little different. XRP looks like it's in intrawave correction. Looks like it might do something like this before continuing. And that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.